Alright everybody, welcome to another video. This is going to be a very short video. What I want to do is just explain to you something called comments in Python. Alright, so what I want to do is I just want to explain um, comments in Python, show you example of comment, then we'll just shut down. I've just had a very hectic day back in the office. I had some systems to troubleshoot and fix and run and make sure they are up and working so that we could get to train more people. So actually, I'm just going to do a short video on comments, and from there you can learn something. Then next time we'll be doing something much more better, if I should say. So what are comments? Okay, most of us just write comments on Facebook, and we're like, oh, I Facebook comment and the rest of them. But actually, that's not the kind of comments we're talking about. In programming, we comments are actually what we use, okay, to document what lines of code mean or what a particular program mean. Now, a comment is actually ignored by the Python interpreter, okay. So let's take, for example, right now, let's go back to the last program that we wrote on Visual Studio Code. I believe that you had done this assignment. It will be really good if you do it and you keep practicing. So uh, this line of code is actually ignored by the interpreter. But if I get to remove this pound symbol, it gives me um, a problem. It underlines it with red, and you can see my program var.py actually shows that there's a problem with the file. Okay, that's because this syntax is wrong. Okay, this syntax is actually wrong. But if I want this line to be ignored, I just add a pound symbol to it. So this is how we write comment. So for this program, if I want to comment this program, if I want this to be, if I just did something like this, all right, everything is ignored. If I try to run this program, it does not produce. If you look at my terminal, all right, it does not produce any result at all. Look at it. I've just highlighted it. It has not produced any result. You know why? Because all the code that I have written has been ignored. So when you place a pound symbol in front of your code, you have commented that code. All right, you are telling the Python interpreter that you want it to ignore that part of the code, that it is just a documentation, okay, or probably a note. Let's say you want to leave a note, okay. For example, if I should get this out and uncomment it, I want people to know that I'm doing multiplication here. I can leave this documentation that the next line is for multiplication. All right, multiplication. So when the interpreter gets to line 6, it will ignore line 6 because line 6 is just a documentation. All right, and it will now move to executing this part. Now what you need to know is that programs are executed step by step. So it starts from line 1, nothing. It goes to line 2. It says, okay, there's a variable that I have to create called first number, and I have to put in 50 into it. It goes to the second number, does the same thing, and when it gets here, oh, this is a comment. It's actually what I should ignore, and it ignores it and goes to the next step. If I should also add the pound symbol to this, it automatically gives it ignores this. But now Python knows that there is something called third number, but it has not found it because I have actually ignored it here. All right, so comments are practically for documentation. So when you write your program, you need to learn how to document the steps. Okay, as you write programs, as you build powerful systems, softwares, at some point you have millions, or not millions so that you don't get scared, but you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of code. Okay, if you don't document your code using comments, at some point you might get confused. You might not really know where you should be doing one thing, or where you did this, where you implemented that. Comments really help a lot. I write my programs a lot with comment. I don't know about other programmers or other developers, but I use comment a lot in my program, especially when I'm doing the OOP aspect of it. which as we advance, we will actually get there. That way, I remember what every class and every function is actually doing. So I want you to cultivate the habit of writing your programs and commenting them. You don't have to comment every line of code, but you can always leave a documentation for what you're trying to do so that you and any other developer out there that is also seeing your source code will actually know what you were trying to do. And in a situation where there is a bug or an error, they can also look through it and help you debug that error. Okay, so I believe you've learned something with comments. More videos are coming. I believe you will learn more and more as we keep going. So don't forget to subscribe. Stay along with DSN Calabar on this Python beginners training, and you're going to get to that point where you begin to write very nice, neat, and powerful programs. I still remain Sams. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.